Good morning and welcome to Life in Review. I'm Josefa Salinas, your host. National Geographic kids, you know I am a fan. I love everything about National Geographic. I especially love their focus on kids, and this book is a must-have for everybody. Why? It's called Yoga Animals, and it's an introduction into yoga, but using animals. And it is so amazing. I'm telling you, this is so cute. Even parents can probably learn a pose or two by looking at this book. And what a great family thing to do together to do yoga poses. On the phone with us, Tara Stiles. Good morning, Tara.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, it's great to have you here. Now, Tara, you are the founder of Strala. It's a revolutionary approach to being, moving, and healing. Did I say it right, Strala?
Yep, that's right. We're all about moving in a way with yoga that feels good and is fun and playful and helps you feel better.
So, what made you decide to start Strala? Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh gosh, well, I guess I got lucky. I grew up doing dance, and in our dance program, our ballet teacher brought yoga, and my first thought was, oh my goodness, this is amazing. I feel so good. And my second thought was, why don't all my friends do this? This is something that can feel better. And this is amazing. So, I learned about yoga, started studying yoga, learning different styles and things like that. And then I learned that there's a lot of misconceptions with yoga, how, a lot of people feel like they need to be really flexible or good at yoga to start with, or have a certain philosophy, a certain way of eating. And my understanding of yoga was, well, you can also just practice to feel better and feel more like yourself. So I kind of, started naturally just sharing with friends and family, and it, as things do that you're doing that you love, it started to slowly take over my life, and I'm happy about that.
So let's talk a little bit about yoga animals. Why the introduction of animals? I mean, even in adults yoga, you hear about goat yoga and cat yoga, where you go to yoga and there's these animals walking around. So what is this thing about including animals into yoga?
Oh my goodness. Well, I think animals, we all love animals, and there's such a great example of moving in the way that feels best for them and moving in the way where they're getting all the things that they need to do done, but they're not stressing themselves out in the process unnecessarily, and they're enjoying being in their body, they're enjoying their existence. And, us as humans, whether we're kids or adults or anywhere in between, we move, we enjoy our bodies, we do all of that, but often it's limited to when we're supposed to be having fun or when we're doing sports or, whatever our fun activity is. And then we sit on chairs or we stand and we sort of try to act like we're supposed to act the rest of the time. So this is a really great way to remember that we can move in a way that's enjoyable and feel better and have that really seep over into the rest of our lives as well.
Now, in the book, each page has an animal. Now, how did you get these animals to pose like this, or were you able to get through National Geographic's photographs and find photographs that correlated with the poses?
Yeah, well, National Geographic is famous for taking beautiful pictures, of course, of nature and also animals. But, thankfully, the animals naturally do these poses that lend themselves so well to what we could be also experiencing with yoga, like a giraffe reaches for a tree and moves its neck a little side to side to find the right leaf or the right branch to kind of nibble on, and a gorilla uses his body weight to bend over and roll around on the ground, and all of these things that the animals are simply doing as part of their day is pretty natural. So I'm pretty sure there wasn't a whole lot of coaching between the photographer and the animal to move a little left or move a little right or get their leg up higher or something like that. And I think that can be really good motivation and inspiration for us to also move like the animals and pay attention to ourselves in a more natural and fun and playful way.
Why is it that yoga is gaining in popularity? It used to be a thing where people said, oh, it's just those Berkeleyites that do yoga, the hippies from the 70s and anybody who's still in Berkeley. But now yoga is becoming a thing where, doctors are saying, they're prescribing it to their patients. Like, you might want to consider doing some yoga when they're dealing with anxiety, different kinds of pain management. What is it about yoga that really, really affects your mind, your body, and your inner core?
Well, I think, more and more people are just having that experience of yoga where, you can slow down enough to really experience yourself. And yeah, when I grew up, yoga was still this kind of strange thing. And I remember my mom asked me when I started getting interested in yoga more, she said, "Are you going to become a Hindu?" And I said, "Mom, no, this isn't about changing my life or becoming somebody different. It's about feeling better." But I totally understand all the misconceptions. But I think, as time went on and in the West, even the last, 5, 10, 20 years, more people discover that, oh, wow, this is about me feeling better. And this isn't about me trying to be a circus performer or trying to change my religion or change my life. It's more about me connecting to myself, feeling good, and making better decisions for there. So yoga becomes the tool, not the thing to idolize in a way. And I think that kind of message is becoming more and more louder than the message of yoga is the scary thing that's sort of on the side.
I see one of the poses in here where it says sleep like a crocodile, lying on your belly, cross your arms in front of your head, rest your forehead on your hands or arms, and let your whole body relax and breathe deeply for 6 to 10 breaths. Why is this a good position of laying on your stomach with your head cradled in your arms?
Well, I think first of all, everybody can do that. And the idea that you can lay down and be comfortable and be in your body by yourself and be a little bit quiet without, especially for a kid or even adult, without somebody telling you, from the outside in, you need to be quiet right now. You can see the beautiful picture of the crocodile simply taking a rest, enjoying a moment in the sun, relaxing, and it makes you feel like you want to do that too because it looks so enjoyable and so fun. So I think that's really the main benefit of being in your body, enjoying the time that you have to relate to your body and making that more of an everyday practice, not just something you do when you're only doing yoga.
Now, I know that a lot of people are afraid to start yoga because they're saying, oh, I could never get into those positions, or, because they see all of these really intense positions online where you've got people twisting upside down and hanging by one leg. But yoga could actually be done at any level. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's right. And my goal, and I think so many people's goal with yoga, once you experience it, you want to get that message out that it is for everybody. And we don't need to see any more pictures of somebody with their foot behind their head. It's really nice to remember that, yoga is a practice to feel better. And sure, your body's able to do more things once you start to move and feel better, but being more flexible or being more pretzel-y in a position isn't even the goal. It's just, it shouldn't even be something we're trying to achieve. We're really trying to achieve being more confident and feeling better and being in our bodies in that way.
How important is breathing when you're attempting to do any exercise, really, but especially when you're doing something as calm, inspiring as yoga?
Yeah, the main thing I love to share with people is if you can breathe, you can do yoga. And to remember that, breathing is the whole thing. And, when we're stressed and we're tense, whether you're a kid or an adult or anywhere in between, the first thing to go is your breath. So if you're doing yoga and you're trying to achieve the pose and you're moving a bit more forced or a bit more rigid, you're not going to be breathing full and deep, and your body's not going to be able to move as best as it can. So I think the main thing with yoga is to slow down enough so your body can relax and your breath can be nice and big and full. And from there, you're going to move in a way that feels best for you. Your whole mind is going to change to wanting to do things that feel better for you and keep those positivity vibes going, nourish yourself better, be more connected to your creativity, all of those sort of bucket list of things that we all want in our lives, but we can access them when we slow down and actually breathe nice and big and full and remember that we can feel better.
And when people think yoga and they think, oh, this is just, some of that stuff for those other people, I want them to realize that Navy SEALs, people who go into extreme combat situations, your SWAT teams, all of these extreme people with these extreme jobs, some of the core of what they are taught is this breathing and relaxation and relaxing the body and the mind. That's the core of their instruction to become the elite soldiers and the elite forces that they are. And so it kind of all leads back to the very core and basics of what yoga is. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, exactly. And it's, it's this huge, secret for all sorts of high productive people. And, we're working with women's professional tennis players. And of course, I'm not teaching them how to do tennis better. I'm showing them how to breathe better. And that in turn makes their tennis better. And, professional athletes and people in business, and really anybody that wants to improve better in their lives is turning to yoga in this way to learn that basic foundation of how to breathe better and how to be more calm and be more self-aware and really ready for anything. So if it can work for the Navy SEALs and work for the professional athletes, it can definitely work for everybody. And thanks for just sharing the message, because I think the more we can kind of get the word out that it's easy and we all can do it, it's something that really can be accessible for everybody, especially if you kind of forget, trying to put your body in a pretzel and bring it back to breathing, bring it back to feeling really good in yourself.
And some of these stretches really are pretty simple, especially when you're looking at this book, Yoga Animals. It's an introduction, a wild introduction to kid-friendly poses. Yeah. It's a great way to get the whole family involved. What a great way to start a Saturday morning, to get up, to pull this book out and do some like basic stretches and balance and breathing with your kids.
Oh yeah, it's really nice. I mean, I love doing this with our daughter. We have a 3-year-old girl, and it's an activity that doesn't just pass the time of the day and kind of eat up that 30 minutes or whatever it is. It's really an activity that sets the tone for the whole day, and we're having fun, we're on the floor, we're feeling good and connected, and we're doing something together and learning and growing together. So it's really a shift of a mindset and a shift of a body set for the whole day, and that's really valuable for us.
Absolutely. Well, the book, again, is called Yoga Animals, a wild introduction to kid-friendly poses. It'd be a great thing to read at night, and then when you wake up in the morning, to get up and try some of these poses with the kids, go page by page, maybe try one pose a week or one pose a day. And, spend 5 or 10 minutes. It's that 5 or 10 minutes of really just personal contact with your kid on a very, I don't want to say the word spiritual, because then again, that freaks people out, that it's some kind of weird religious thing. But just on a really motherly or fatherly or familial level, to sit there with your child and stretch and breathe.
Yeah, it's all about feeling better. And, everybody wants to feel better. That's such a universal thing, whatever your life looks like. And this is a real tool in order to reach that and have that be part of your life in a very real way.
So Tara Stiles, is there anywhere else where we can find out some social media about you and the other things that you might be up to?
Oh, sure. And, all the usual places. I've been giving a free yoga class every single day on Instagram since quarantine started here in Brooklyn. So we're almost to day 70. So that's really fun. It's 8 a.m. in the morning every day, and people jump on with their families or, just some mom or dad or, grown up time or teenager time, whatever it is. And it's been really nice to kind of get together. But yeah, you can find me at tarastiles.com or strawyoga.com and all the usual things with the social media that all the kids are doing now.
Now, is it Tara Stiles on Instagram?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay, good, because 8 a.m. your time's 5 a.m. our time. Not a whole lot. We're hoping the kids aren't up at 5 a.m., okay? You don't want the kids up at 5 a.m. in California.
A little parent time.
So we can go and get it
that
later
would be a
on.
Long day.
Yeah, it would. Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you on this amazing book, and to National Geographic Kids for their continual support of nature, of life, and now of children, of youth with their youth series, of their Explorers series, where they're giving explorers an opportunity to bring pieces of the world to us that we would never see. It's just, National Geographic has grown into this amazing part of our life, the story of our life. You can find a piece of it in National Geographic, and we've definitely got a piece of it here with Yoga Animals. Thank you so much for being with us, Tara, and continued success.
Thank you so much for taking the time.
Have a beautiful day.
You too. Thanks so much.
Don't go anywhere. We got more coming up next right here. He's got over 40,000 followers on Instagram who come to him often and just ask, "Hey, Gary, what should I do about?" We'll find out next.